Okay, thanks for staying with us. You're still watching Politricks live on Ben TV. You could join us, our callers. The number to call is 0208-808-0693. I have with me Otumba Olabode Oseni, who is a media consultant and a political commentator. And of course, beside him is Barrister Gbenga Akinmoyo. He's a former PDP chairman, UK chapter. Thank you, gentlemen, for joining us.
Good evening, thank you.
Okay.
Good evening, Rose.
Thank you for joining me. We have a new government in Nigeria. I want you to tell me what it's like for you and what is expected, because a number of people would say Buhari is the Messiah that Nigerians have been waiting for. And there's another school of thought that feels that he is not. But other people actually say there's a lot of rot in the system and he might not be able to handle them. Let me start with you, Barrister. Otumba.
Thank you very much, Rose. Well, let's start by saying many Nigerians demanded for a change, and as it is, they got it. They voted a government that they believe has not done anything for them, or a party that has not done anything for them the last 16 years, and they now, inside themselves, believe there must be a change, and they voted for a change. Now, with this new change we have now on the ground, it is also has to be said that it is not going to be that kind of miracle many people are expecting, because within a short period of time, there's no way problems that have been piling up the last 50-something years, they're not going to fix it just overnight.
Okay.
But what they can do, and I believe these two men at the helm, President Buhari and Oseni,
yes,
they will be able to lay the foundations. Because without foundations, you cannot build a house.
Okay.
So,
Barrister Akinmoyo.
Well, your question is, what are the expectations of Nigerians?
Mm-hmm.
Party politics is over for the moment because the elections are through. And I'd like to use this opportunity to congratulate Nigerians for being steadfast in their resilience during the election periods of the previous 2 months to go to the polls and make a decision on the leadership of the nation. It's fair to say that Nigerians, majority of Nigerians, by the results, voted for a change. I don't agree with Otumba that it was a change because the previous governments of 16 years didn't do anything. They certainly set the standards for democratic practice in Nigeria, talk less of infrastructural and other service delivery achievements of the last 16 years under the now opposition party PDP. But Nigerians were convinced through the campaigns that there was need for a change. That change has come, and the expectations are very high. Even by his own admissions, Mr. President has said that there is a overwhelming support and goodwill, both within and outside Nigeria. He cannot afford to fail. His early steps makes us wonder whether they thought it through. They had enough time in opposition to have alternative policies. They had enough time post the elections and pre the inauguration and swearing in to put together a powerful package that would continue to elevate the expectations of Nigerians. Mm-hmm. But I have to say, listening to the inaugural speech and listening and watching the early steps of the new administration, a bit of air has gone out of the tires. There's a slight puncturing of the tires, even in these early days.
We're going to talk about that, but I think Otumba wants to react to what you stated, what you said.
Lawyer Gbenga said, change has come. We agree with that via electoral box. We're all very happy. But what I don't want to agree with him is for him to think or to even put that to anybody's head that within the last 4 days should be compared the last 3 or 4 times that the president has tried to win the election.
Don't you think he hit the ground running?
So,
Not at all.
I don't know exactly what anybody is expecting of. There are parameters, there are laid down rules, there are regulations there for him to follow. He has to get his team together. He did not go to election with his team. He has no team, apart from the people who are a member of his political party. So there's no way he will have not started yesterday. He was sworn in how long ago? On the 29th.
What were you expecting? Because you said
so. I don't know what anybody like Lawyer Gbenga is expecting from him the last 2, 3, 4 days.
Okay.
Well, it's not what I'm expecting, but it's what Nigerians are expecting, or what Nigerians were led to believe would happen with a Buhari administration. Now, let's not forget that President Buhari is not a first-timer at contesting. Okay. So his conceptions of how to change Nigeria must have been formulated from his first, second, and third failed attempts. So it's a book that is being put together over time. And with his success now, you would have thought that a number of things would be in place. Now, during the campaigns, the APC kept harping on about insecurity, corruption, and unemployment.
So what are these things?
And in the inaugural speech,
yes,
which we've heard a number of times over, we've read a number of times over, there's nothing concrete or solid about corruption. In fact, there's no mention about corruption. Safe to say that we're undergoing studies. There's nothing concrete said about fuel or power.
In the inaugural speech?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, let me take this caller. Let me take this caller. Hello? Hello? Thanks for calling us. What's your name?
I'm Victor.
Okay, you can go ahead, Victor.
I just want to say that I just want to contribute to what Mr. Kuma said so far.
Okay, quickly, please.
Well, what I'm trying to say is that this is not the time to excuse. He's campaigned a lot. He's campaigned, I don't know do this, I don't know do this, but I just believe this is not the time to start giving me 20 excuses.
Okay, so in 4 days, today making it the 4th day.
The UTC is looking for the president saying that he's going to display the special access to the public.
Okay, because yes, we're going to be talking about that. Thank you very much. Asset declaration, what happened? That is your question. That is the question, Victor. Let us touch. Okay, I'm going to let them answer that. Asset declaration, what happened?
Just before that, I think the point that Victor is saying is that the government is giving excuses. They were giving excuses before they came in, before they were sworn in, that there is this problem and there's that problem. The foreign reserves are depleted, falling oil prices, there are leakages in the system, we're in debt. They will give, as soon as they won the elections, they forgot about the promises they were making, they were giving excuses. All right, you haven't been sworn in. You haven't got handing over notes. Now they've got the handing over notes. They said, look how long it took them to prepare the handing over notes. We need more time to consider and digest. Okay, we'll give you time to consider and get. How long do you want? They can't give us a time limit. So it's excuses that are being given for a man that promised so much that is not hitting the ground running.
Okay.
I'd like to ask him, if he were to be President Buhari,
Which I know.
No, if you were, how much will you have done the last 4 days?
Well, you see, I would do more.
If you can mention those
I would do more in terms of analyzing how I'm going to solve insurgency than to simply make a statement that Army Command move to Maiduguri and don't leave until you finish the job.
Okay, I have it here, the inaugural speech.
Yes.
There are actually over 4 paragraphs dedicated to the issue of Boko Haram.
That don't say anything other than move the command. What are the action points?
But I
Move
think
the army command. That's
Action
all.
point, the action point I think, and every Nigerian understand is now the war is going to be taken to the doormat of the terrorists.
let me take this caller. Hello, hello.
Yeah.
Which war?
Yes, please. You can go ahead. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
The PDP on it should come to reality that they have lost. If you go to the top, you will know they are out losers. They need more 4 days to election, inauguration. This is not what they are for. If you want what PDP is here, what it is for it, it's disgusting, annoying. You're talking about action point. Action point, they need to come on. And according to, and if I take my decision, the person that goes to do the military of the name. So what you said, you want to travel to our neighboring country that want to support action point. That's part of the action point. So what do you want? It's just 4 days for Christ's sake. Why are PDP as a supporter? Well, it doesn't put out in the court. It just shows here it's a bad loser. So whatever is wrong, the man is going for comparison.
Thank you very much for that. So what do you have to say to that?
It's a matter of opinion as to whether one's a bad loser or not. My reactions have been requested. And I'm not even speaking as an opposition, I'm speaking now as a Nigerian. What I'm saying is that this is a president that promised so much. What I'm saying is that the level of expectation was so high, and that was evident.
But how much do you feel that can be acquired within 4 days?
Well, how much? No, the point is when you make an inaugural speech,
yes,
one wants to be swept off their feet, so that the expectation leaving the parade ground is that, wow, it's really going to happen. The government is telling us that we're going to address insurgency, and this is how we're going to do it. We're going to address unemployment, and this is how we're going to do it. We're going to address corruption, and this is how we do it.
Okay.
For you to tell me that we're going to address corruption by conducting studies, no time frame, no time limit, no action point, it means that they're thinking on their feet.
Let me take this.
That they're now outside the house.
Pardon me. Let me take. Hello, caller. Hello.
That's what Nigerians voted.
Hello.
Hello.
Thanks for calling, madam.
Good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to make a contribution on the
Okay, madam, go ahead.
The question is for Barrister Gbenga.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, I don't know how you are right to all the point that you're saying, because you need to give this man in hand. Something that the CDP has called for